All right, I know that all 79 of my subscribers have been clamoring, when's Scott going to do another review? Well, I had to take a sabbatical, had to go to Montana, check my head, relax over Memorial Day weekend, but I'm back and we're going to go ahead and review Barnard&Griffin Rosé of Sangiovese 2016. Stay tuned. Okay, this is Scott, and you are tuned in to the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel. I think YouTube's only YouTube wine and whiskey review channel that really focuses on Washington State, but not exclusively. But today we are going to review a Barnard&Griffin wine. Now, some of you may remember that about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, shock, I found a Barnard&Griffin port that was absolutely shocking to me. I loved it, and I'm going to go ahead, and I was on my way camping out to Montana, and I realized, oh my God, I didn't have a bottle of wine. So I bought a bottle of wine at the IGA in Spokane, or no, Safeway in Coeur d'Alene. That's where I found it. So I paid for this 2016 Rosé Sangiovese from Barnard&Griffin. I figured their port was really good. Let's go ahead and give their Rosé. Well, I didn't get a chance to open the bottle because I forgot a wine cork in Montana. So it brought it back with me, which is fine. It gives me a chance to review it. Anyways, so this is a 100% Rosé Sangiovese by Barnard&Griffin. Now, Barnard&Griffin, for those that don't know, was started by husband-wife team Rob Griffin and his wife Deborah Barnard. The nice thing about Barnard&Griffin is that 50% of the grapes that they use are grown on their own estate, and the rest of the grapes they use is from select wineries here in the state of Washington. So almost everything that they use, as far as I know, is grown here in the state of Washington. Now, according to their website, all of their Sangiovese comes from not an estate, not their own estate, but from a vineyard called Balcom and Moe Vineyard out in the Walla Walla area. So now this is a 2016. They do have on their website a 2018. So let's go ahead and give this one a try. Now they do say that this is a dry Sangiovese. I have tasted it a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and do some fresh notes here. This is the aerator, lets the wine through. Now the color on this, there is a slight orange tint to it, but there is also some red, almost like I think is it a passion fruit, real light red. So, but like I said, there's also some orange in there. So let's go ahead and take the nose. Now this is at 12.9% ABV. And right off the bat, I'm getting a little bit of watermelon, strawberry, some raspberry, and there's a citrus note. It's almost like tangerine, which is strange. I've never gotten tangerine on a rosé before. I've gotten citrus notes before, but it's always been a strong grapefruit or orange peel or lemon peel. But this is actually along the lines of a tangerine. Let's go ahead and take a sip of this. Okay. This is an extremely dry rosé. I'm already liking the dry rosé. I'm not a big sweet wine person, but unless it's a German Riesling or something like that. But this one here's got, well, let's describe the fruit first. The watermelon kind of goes away, but I'm getting cherry, the strawberries there, but now I'm getting a little bitter rhubarb. The citrus note is there. It's not as pronounced, but the rhubarb really comes forward. This is a medium to medium plus acidity on this wine, but it's very well balanced. but it is light bodied. I mean, it's how do I want to explain it? What I mean by light body is it's got the good acidity to it, but it's crisp. It cleanses the palate. It cleansed my palate fairly easily, actually. Okay, there's almost no alcohol burn to it at 12.9%. I wouldn't expect a whole lot anyways. But on a dry rosé, sometimes you do kind of get that alcohol burn, but I don't get that here on this particular one. On the palate, that cherry, that rhubarb, and that strawberry really comes through. It's light, and towards the medium part, it almost transitions to a tobacco, a light tobacco note that kind of blends in there. Now the finish is relatively short. All of the flavors do kind of go back to the finish, but it's, like I said, it just kind of it hits there and then just drops off a cliff, which I don't really expect. There are very few rosés I've ever had that really pop when it comes to a nice long finish. So, you know, it's not the port that I had, but is this in my wheelhouse? Yeah, I would say this is a really good. Now, when I open it up, the other thing that I like to see is that it did have a synthetic cork. Sometimes the higher acidity wines can sometimes negatively affect the natural corks, but you know, I think this rosé would probably do well for a couple years, though I don't expect you to have it that long. This is at $12 a night. I think I bought it for $12.99 in Idaho. This is a buy it that night and drink it, you know, after it's chilled. I did chill it down to 54 degrees, which is what my wine cooler, wine refrigerator is set at. On a rating, boy. Is this something that I will drink again? Yeah. I'm going to rate it probably in the mid 80s. 83, maybe an 84 out of 100. This is not something that, you know, when you're, for a really nice dinner party, am I going to break this out? No. I've got some other lighter bodied white wines and rosés downstairs that I would probably rather have. But for an inexpensive bottle from a Washington State producer that is consistent, and I know Barnard&Griffin, here in the state of Washington, they are, I believe, considered a mid-tier type of winery. They don't have the volume that Columbia or Chateau Saint Michelle have, but they do produce a standard good quality. I have had their Chardonnay, but it's been years since I've had it. I'm actually looking forward to going out next time I'm through the Tri-Cities to stop by the winery and taste their entire lineup. But is this going to be a good summer wine? Yeah. According to the website, they do have the 2018 out now, so you might see the 2016 in stores locally here in the Pacific Northwest. Look for them, but I will go ahead and provide a link down below to their winery if you wanted to peruse what other wines they have. So, anyways, listen, thanks for tuning in. You know, go ahead and comment down below. Have you had the Barnard&Griffin Rosé of Sangiovese before? If so, let me know. Have you had another rosé that was a Sangiovese? Let me know that as well. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, the algorithms. That way people can notice and pull up. If they pull up rosé of Sangiovese, they'll see more of this. And go ahead and subscribe. When you hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell button on the side. That helps out. If you want to share this video, please go ahead and share it to your local wine groups. You want to tell your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, your girlfriend, hey, let's go try this wine. Share that video to them. So anyways, listen, thank you very much. You know, and just to let you know, and I'm planning on doing a book review, and I put this out here and I almost forgot. I am a big fan of Madeline Puckett's YouTube channel, Wine Folly. I have always, let me go ahead. Oh, I can't reach it here. I have always had this book here, and when I go to wineries, I've always carried this as a reference, but I went ahead and I went and bought her Master Guide, her Magnum edition, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do a review of her book. But I've already bought it, and I'm a fan. So I'll give you guys a heads up to that. So anyways, listen, thank you very much. Remember, life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. Cheers, and have a good night. Yeah, 84, easy.